Hey guys, it's Callie from Love Cooks, and it is almost time for Thanksgiving. It is almost time for Christmas. It's so exciting. And I wanted to give you guys 5 tips on being an awesome holiday guest. Let me just preface this. I was raised in the South. So I was raised with a Southern mama who gave me the Tiffany Book of Table Manners as a gift. So manners and being a good hospitable guest is important to me. It's something I was taught from a young age, and I thought, you know what, sometimes when you go into a holiday situation, you want to know how to be a good guest. So I'm going to give you 5 tips to make sure that your Thanksgiving, your Christmas dinner experience is awesome. Okay, number 1 tip. Consider your hostess and bring a hostess gift. So this is a fun part of being a guest. Not only are you relieved of the pressure of cooking all these things, which, I love, but sometimes it's nice to have a break. You also get to consider your host and what's going to make him or her happy. So maybe your host is a gardener. You could bring him or her a potted plant or some herbs. Maybe they love flowers. Pick out their favorite flower, or their favorite color. Just pick out their favorite colored flower. Maybe they love wine. Ask some friends. Maybe ask the host themselves, what's their favorite wine? Bring a bottle of that. You can even bring, one of my favorite gifts actually is coffee. I'm a huge coffee person. I love to drink coffee, and bringing someone a nice bag of homemade beans is a beautiful way to say, thank you so much for all your hard work, and the morning after, you're going to enjoy a great cup of coffee. So there's some great hostess gift ideas. All right, you guys, tip number 2 is to bring a good appetizer. Okay, when I say good appetizer, I mean bring something that can feed people that doesn't require oven time. Because as you know, when you're cooking a holiday meal, when you're cooking a Thanksgiving meal, you got to protect your oven. That's where a lot of the good stuff is going on. The stovetop too. So anything you can bring that's going to be easy, that you don't have to put back in the oven, that can feed people are great ideas. You could go ahead and pre-warm up some brie and crackers, put a little bit of your homemade cranberry sauce on top. You could bring a cheese platter. You could bring a charcuterie platter. You could just bring some beautiful freshly cut vegetables and a homemade dip. Something like that is a great thing to bring. Feeds a lot of people. It's pretty inexpensive and it's easy to do. The same thing with a side dish. Come up with something, say it's a kale salad, that doesn't require oven time. It's already ready to go, so that way the hostess doesn't even have to worry, or the host doesn't even have to worry about fitting your side dish into the oven or on the stove. You've just got it ready to go. All right, tip number 3 for being a great guest is to avoid hot topics. You guys know there's a lot going on in our world, religiously, politically, and I just think it's good manners, it's good social graces just to avoid those things when you're in company where you're not really sure where people stand. Because honestly, the point of the holidays is to show love, and it's to love each other, it's to enjoy each other's company, and there's nothing like a hot topic that can just be so divisive and take the mood of the dinner party from up and festive to arguments. And that's just, no need to go there. So I would just say avoid hot topics and stick to things that, are good conversation, and also ways that you can just talk and benefit the people around you. Sometimes this may be goofy, but I'll just look up and I subscribe to an email called The Skims, and I'll kind of read what's some pop culture stuff going on, what's some fun topics, what's some good that's happening in the world. Those are some great things to talk about. Tip number 4 for being an awesome holiday guest is to offer to clean up. Okay, you know how it is. You're hosting a holiday meal. You've been cooking all day, and then at the end of the day, you're pretty much wiped. You're like, this was a lot, and you may have gotten up at 4 o'clock in the morning to put the turkey in the oven. That's tough. That's a tough day. And I think any host or hostess really appreciates a guest offering to help clean up. Even if it's just, hey, can I help you clear the table? Hey, can I just rinse these dishes off and put them in the dishwasher for you? Whatever that looks like for you. I think it's so generous and kind to offer that to someone. And also, if the host or hostess says no, totally respect that boundary. There's nothing worse than hosting a party and your guest asking for help and you politely decline, and they decide that, man, I really want to go for it and help out. Because sometimes there's things like fine china, or you have certain things you want to wash a certain way, or there's family heirlooms you want to be really careful with. And sometimes you just don't need the help, but it's always kind to offer as a guest, see what you can do. Okay, so you guys, so far we have bring a hostess gift, whatever will bless your hostess, whether it's flowers, maybe they're a gardener, it's a potted plant, maybe they love wine or coffee. Bring a hostess gift. Number 2 is to bring a good appetizer or side dish that doesn't require oven time. Your host is going to be real protective of their oven, of their stovetop, because that's where the magic is happening. So anything that can feed some people and doesn't require being put in the oven or on the stovetop is a great idea. Tip number 3, avoid hot topics. There's nothing worse than a holiday party that's going swimmingly and then all of a sudden someone brings up a topic that's very divisive. I think the holidays are a time where we just need to love on each other, focus on enjoying each other's presence and the spirit of the holiday. No need to bring the party mood down with some no need to bring the party mood down with some hot topics. Good to just steer clear and stay in the positive on that one. All right, tip number 4, we talked about how great it is to offer to clean up. Even if your host politely declines, it's so kind and generous of someone to offer to just rinse the dishes or load the dishwasher. That's always a good idea. And then tip number 5 is to send a thank you note. I know I'm a words of affirmation person. I love when people tell me, great job cooking, or thank you so much. It just means a lot to me that someone would take time out of their day to send that. So if you're a guest at someone's home, it's always a great idea to send a thank you note, a personal note, handwritten, just thanking them for taking the time to cook and to clean and to have the house ready, and just maybe giving a personal anecdote from the party, like, hey, I really loved your turkey, or your scented candles were awesome. Whatever that looks like for you, just a little heartfelt touch is always appreciated. All right, you guys, so that's 5 tips. They're going to help you to be an amazing holiday guest, whether it's bringing a hostess gift, bringing a great appetizer, avoiding hot topics, sending a thank you note, or offering to clean up. All those things are great ideas. So you guys, from Love Cooks to you, from my kitchen to you, happy holidays. Mwah, and happy parties.